No, right?
That's bad baseline. Ain't it? Yeah. Happy Thursday, everybody. Happy Thursday. Welcome to the Dollar Hour. I am Deonte Burton, aka Mr. Short Dollar himself. Got an awesome show tonight. Tonight we'll be talking about how to reach your goals for 2022. I'm gonna give you the basic blueprint on how to do goal setting the Short Dollar way. Got an awesome show planned. This is my annual show. I do this every year at the end of the year, and give you my step-by-step method, not just necessarily how to set goals, but also how to implement them, and also how to track them during the year and stuff. So super excited about this. Hope everybody had a fantastic 2021. You know your boy did, because this time last year your boy was in the damn abyss.
Deep in the abyss.
Yeah. We done made it through, but yeah, we got an awesome show. But before we get started, I want to say what's up to my awesome producer, DJ Lab.
It's Thursday, brother.
It's Thursday, yes sir.
You know, we walked outside with a t-shirt on today. It's kind of a little warm today.
Hey, shit.
It's the middle of December.
Yeah, man. You know, days like that, man, be snowing the next day.
Don't talk it up.
That's that nerd in me when the warm front meets the cold front.
I'll say it's raining all over every place else, so
hey, man.
Yeah, we got to count our blessings on that, right?
Yeah. Also, what's up, Slick 316? What's going on, Rico? You know what we always do. First, Mr. Short always talk about personal finance, business, entrepreneurship, and investing. Right now, we're streaming live on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, LinkedIn, and YouTube.
That's right.
The YouTube channel is the main hood. That's why the videos are stored. We got over 300 videos on the YouTube channel. We got a grant playlist with over 150 grants rolling. Also, we got information covering business operations, business management, business financing, all that great stuff. So make sure you go to Mr. Short Dollar on YouTube, which is the main hub for all the videos. Regardless of what platform that you're looking on, make sure you go to the YouTube channel, subscribe to the YouTube channel, and hit that bell to get a notification each time that we upload a new video. And guys know at the beginning of each show, I start off by rehashing the previous week, right? So this week, it ain't really been, too much. I got too much to bring up to speed with. Again, we hit that main mark getting 2,000 subscribers, man. So I've been on cloud nine.
Okay.
We're doing that. We might hit 21 before the end of the month. So
21 for the end of the next week.
For the end of the week,
it's 20,800 right now.
I love laughs optimism. That's what we do.
Right.
But we said 2,000 this time last year.
Yeah.
2,000. So, what I'm saying? Anything possible. But again, I want to appreciate everybody's love and support. If y'all interested in getting the tax preparation business, guys, I've been in business 20 years with my company, Majestic Business Services. I have the course, How to Start Your Own Tax Business the Short Dollar Way. Make sure you get a chance. If y'all interested in it, you can go purchase the course. I give a great step-by-step method and all my systems, all my plans. All different handouts are included with the course, so make sure you get a chance. If you're interested in getting into tax business, just purchase that course. The link to purchase the course is in the description section of the video. If you're looking on Instagram or TikTok, that link won't be on there, but definitely go to the YouTube channel, Mr. Short Dollar, on the videos. Any one of those videos, you should, the new one I know that will have it, the link to that course, How to Start Your Own Tax Business. Also, you guys know tax season a month away. Probably for another week or so, I'll still be hiring tax preparers. I got a virtual system, so it doesn't matter where you're at nationwide. We can get you set up. You want to, be a tax preparer.
This thing worldwide. Nationwide, anyway.
Yeah, worldwide. I said I come from out of the country, you know. There's some military folks and stuff still overseas and stuff. So we had some people working abroad as contractors and stuff. So it's been pretty cool. But if y'all, interested to be in a tax preparer, just reach out to us. All the contact information is on all the videos. So just let us know. We still hire. We do training and everything. You got a good thing going on. So you guys will be. I think we'll be pretty excited to join the Short Dollar team. But I'm super excited. Super excited, man. I just tell Ashton Lab was he ready for Christmas. He telling he was. So I think I am.
Yeah.
With everything, super excited about that. My son PJ, he's supposed to come home today. He surprised us came home Tuesday.
Oh.
Yeah. So I got all my kids home right now.
Right.
So it's been pretty cool, man.
Trying to go grocery shopping. I'm sure. And then our boys too.
Okay, went through that shit in one day. God,
But it's good to have them home, right?
Yeah, it's cool and stuff. Quick housekeeping, guys. Again, tonight we're talking about how to reach your goals in 2022. I'm going to give you the blueprint of how to set your goals, how to set goals up, implement them, and also tracking them in the year, doing it the Short Dollar way. If you have any questions outside of what we're talking about tonight, I want everybody to be interactive with the show. But if you have any questions that's outside of what we're talking about tonight, hold those questions to the end of the show. I always open the floor up. You can ask me any kind of question. It's regarding business, entrepreneurship, grants, loans, whatever. Hold them up to the end of the show, and I promise you, I'll answer your questions, okay? It's just quick housekeeping thing, okay? Okay. Now, what we want, going, starting the show and everything. Talking about goal setting, and I think everybody go through the same stuff. And, beginning of the year, they got a New Year's resolution.
Mm-hmm.
I want to do this, I want to do that. And, they usually start off, going to the gym, get your membership to go to the gym.
Right. That's number one, ain't it?
Working out, because January, that's like standing in front of the mirror in the gym month.
Right.
Everybody taking their pictures. Summer goals.
Right.
Future body goals.
Right.
All that shit. You know what I'm saying? They want to be just like they going to kill niggas and stuff like that. The fellas got their staff on their head.
Right.
That's January. Then February, cutting hair about March. Everybody just like effort. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Same thing we started about to want to, start the whole saving plan. Putting money in the bank, setting yourself stuff up, going to investment groups. And hell, by April, they done pulling money out of 401k. So, we want to avoid that because, again, I don't think it's an issue of you don't have the right goals in place. I think you got the wrong strategy in regards to implementing your goals. And what I want to do is introduce you guys to the way that I go about goal setting. Because what I do each year, October, November each year, I go through the whole process of writing down what I want to do each year. So I already wrote down my goal for 2022.
Mm-hmm.
And then what I do is I start assessing what I did for my goals in 2021. Which ones I reached, which one I didn't. If I did that, and I was right there. And I got this big board in my office. 2021 goals, that's wrote down there. And each time I make one, I check it off, and then I have the other side, the monthly goals, and my weekly planner. Guys, I have former military, so I'm super organized. But I have my weekly planner in regards to what I'm doing. So I always tell people that the whole point of goal setting is to be structured. So I think if you have the bigger piece, you break it down in chunks. So what I'm doing today, doing this week, doing this month, doing this quarter, should equal out to what I should be done at the end of the year. If I do that. Don't get all worried about that.
Lost me. Break it down to me so I can understand what you do.
Because you said that's how you want to lose weight, right? You say you want to lose weight. I want to lose 50 pounds.
Okay.
So you say I want to lose 50 pounds. Let's make it realistic. So let's say easy math, 40 pounds.
Okay.
You say 40 pounds. Let's say, look, let's give ourselves 4 months to do it. We're going to do 4 months. We're going to lose 10 pounds a month.
Okay.
So we know we're going to lose 10 pounds a month. We're going to try to lose, what's that, 2.5? Is that right? 2.5 or not that 1.5 pounds a week.
Okay.
1.5 pounds a week. If we want to lose 1.5 pounds a week, we need to make sure we probably getting cardio in 5 days a week. hour to this, and have that workout going. If we do that, plus change our caloric intake to maybe 2,000 calories a day.
Mm-hmm.
If we do that, we should lose that 1.5 pounds. Now by the end of the month, we lost those 4 pounds, right?
Okay.
So, but if you do it incrementally, each day, each week, each quarter, you're ready to do
it. So does that break it down like that? Does it make it seem not as daunting?
Absolutely.
Where you say 40 pounds in 4 months, where you just saying, I just need to lose a pound a week.
It does that, and also makes you it makes you accountable.
Okay.
See, I want to save $1 million. I want to be rich. I want to leave my job. But we don't write anything down because, number one, we don't know, and the other thing, I think is probably the main thing, once you write it down, you're accountable.
It's your responsibility.
Yeah. We really don't write shit down because we don't want nobody throwing it back up in our face, right?
Right.
This is right here, Mate's girlfriend owned a park.
Yeah. It's the same guy now. Never.
Right.
Man, I see you, man. God, dog. That TikTok.
Said hi.
Who?
Angela Burt said hi.
What's going on? Man, I tell you, but that TikTok boy, I don't know what the hell. Welcome to the jungle.
Welcome to the jungle.
But yeah, man, and a lot of times people just don't want to write stuff down because once you write it down, it's in your face.
Oh, okay.
You know what I'm saying? And that's a lot of stuff. I forget, paper hour, people forget paper hour number.
So once you write it down, do you think that's a big problem for most of us is that once we don't make the goal, we want to be able to blame it on something else besides ourselves. Is that what it is?
So we don't remember.
Oh, okay.
So we don't remember.
Okay.
Just take it off for you.
Okay.
Take immense responsibility. Remember I say that situational amnesia.
Mm-hmm.
That, just like, hey, I forgot. Write it down.
Okay.
So I was in the military. They always kind of pressed us to always carry a little notepad in your pocket.
Mm-hmm.
Now just write this down because you are human. You will forget stuff. But that's what I was on them.
Okay. So
a lot of times people don't want to be accountable.
That's true.
Everybody want to be responsible, but nobody want to be accountable.
Okay.
I can do what I want to do, but then when you got to do the what I want to do BS that comes along with it, no, that's our lab.
Right. That's not my part.
I thought you were responsible for it. Yeah. Nobody want that accountability. Everybody wants responsibility.
Right.
But nobody want to be accountable.
Okay.
I want to be in charge, but I don't want you calling me,
for nothing.
If stuff ain't work. No. But in order for us to make our goals and to make everything fall into place, we have to be accountable.
Mm-hmm.
There's no way around that. Especially want to set our goals, right?
Mm-hmm.
Again, this is the Dollar Hour with me, Deonte Burton, aka Mr. Short Dollar Self. Tonight's show we're talking about how to reach your goals in 2022. Guys, listen to me. If you follow this blueprint, that I will give you tonight, I promise you, if you don't make all of your goals, you will make a good portion of your goals. And worst case scenario, you will make a great dent into the goals you set for yourself.
Okay.
Okay? All right? That's the thing about it.
I'm ready because I will write down goals. I will. I'll write them down in the book, list them, bam, 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 and put the book aside and don't come back to it. So I need to get over that hump.
Mm-hmm.
So this is a good show for me.
Well, see, the thing you gotta understand, people get goals and dreams confused.
Mm-hmm.
Because we got a goal, we sat there and said something that we want to do, but we put a process, a plan in place to make that thing happen. A dream is just words.
But I think that goals are the foundation of dreams. If the goals help build up the dream. Don't you think?
No, I think it's the other way around.
Okay.
The dream is just the words.
Okay.
Because you ain't got to name the dream, just speak it.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I want that house. When we little, we sit and call what we call bingo. Right?
Right.
But when you set the goal, you put the plan in place to make it happen.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying? And that's the thing about it. The dream is just the thought, the want. Then the emotion.
Okay.
The goal is when we sit there, we working towards making that dream come true. And so people, a lot of times, will just leave it at the dream you know, and get confused with it. I got a goal of doing that, but you're not doing anything to make it happen.
Okay.
So you just have a dream. That's just your dream, your aspiration.
Mm-hmm.
But if you're not doing anything to make it happen, there is no goal in place.
It doesn't matter anyway.
No, yeah. The goal will have some kind of plan
Okay.
in place to make it happen. See what I'm saying?
I got you.
And that's why I think you get lost at. Two things we got to understand. So when we start out first, we're going to do what we call the goal creation phase, right?
Mm-hmm.
And with the goal creation phase, you got to understand, everybody, goals have, and real quick, I want to say hey to everybody that's tuning in, everybody tuning in on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, LinkedIn. I appreciate you guys tuning in. Welcome to the Dollar Hour. Got a great show tonight. Great, awesome show. So I just want to say what's up to everybody again and stuff. And guys, like I said, feel free to chime in in regards to what we're talking about tonight. If it's anything outside of what we're talking about, the goal setting, hold all your questions and comments to the end of the show. I'll open the floor and answer any question that you guys may have, okay? Realistic question.
Right.
So, I can't bring Obama back.
All the free money. When it gets so much money into the trunk of your car.
What the money was on. You know, when we start talking about the first phase, that being what we call goal creation. Well, everybody remember, goals got to be two things. Two things, guys, is very, very, very important. There has to be incremental and there has to be attainable. Again, there has to be incremental and attainable. And what I mean by incremental, that you can achieve that goal over, honestly, you know, that you can actually go through steps to be able, you know, to make that thing happen, right? This is something that you can actually do. The other thing being attainable is realistic.
Okay.
I want to make $3 million next year. You know, so I want to lose, you know, I just want to, you know, buy my own island. I want to make, you know, just like,
right,
just throwing out shit. You
right.
know what I'm saying? Like, look, man, we can build to that point.
Right.
But let's make sure, you know what I'm saying? I got to find me a husband. You know? But, you know, the guys doing all kind of stuff. I get the calls all the day, man. I got to start this kind of business. Like, this shit just easy.
Right.
I got to start this whole trucking business. I got to do this. You don't know shit about trucking.
Ain't never drove a truck. Make it make sense.
Yeah. Okay.
Right.
Okay. And again, that's not, you know, again, so when I say this, when we start saying things, we want to set these goals, it has to be those two things. There got to be something that we can do incrementally, and there got to be something attainable. So when we start sitting there looking at that, we got our pen and paper. We're in the goal creation process of everything. So we got our pen and paper, and we got first, when we first start, we got to understand that this is a process. It's not nothing we're going to be able to do overnight. Okay, we understand that it's going to be a process. It's something that's going to take effort, order steps, discipline, and all that stuff to make everything happen, right?
Right.
We want to start where I say, you know, listing those goals. And I call it just brainstorming. When we talk about things as far as brainstorming, I always look at brainstorming as a spot where you don't sit there and try to just think too much, right?
Okay.
You just pretty much just write down all the stuff that you want to do.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm sorry, I got to take my water break, y'all. I got to take my water break. Got that cotton off in the cigar. But you got to make sure that, you know, just when you're doing a brainstorming, you just listing everything. Don't worry about if you can or can't, if it sound dumb, crazy, whatever. Just writing everything down. We're going all through the list. We just brainstorm. I call it free fall, right? We talk about that in grad school. Just that whole process, just writing stuff down. Don't worry about it. You know, okay, we're not doing nothing but brainstorming. So just writing all these different things you want to do, right? I want to be a cake cutter. I want to be an MMA fighter, whatever. Just writing it down, right? No restrictions, and take a few days to do it. You know, don't just try to just sit down in one sitting and try to do this stuff. Take a few days, just, you know, I wouldn't think about it. You know, just be comfortable with yourself and write down the things you want to do. Okay? All right? After a few days, I want you guys to turn around and just review the list that you made. Review that list. Just looking at it. And remember what we said. It got to be incremental and attainable.
Okay.
So the list that you wrote down, break it down, use those two as the criteria.
Okay.
Okay, is this something that can be done incrementally? Is this something that's realistically attainable?
Okay.
And start Xing them out, the ones that ain't.
Okay.
Just start Xing them out, okay? And remove all the items that fall in that criteria. You know, just say it's unrealistic, or it's unattainable, right?
Should we have two lists? Like, should we have realistic goals and unattainable goals? Like,
No, you got one goal. No. You got your list of goals. You have a column saying incremental and attainable.
Okay.
And if it doesn't check for both, just draw a line through it.
Okay.
Good question, Leia.
Okay.
One list, one column incremental, one column attainable. If you check both, cool.
Right.
If you don't check both, scratch it off.
No, okay.
Okay?
Okay.
So we don't go through that whole process of elimination. Make sure they're attainable, being realistic, and make sure it's reachable in a certain time frame.
Okay.
You know, so we want to make sure it's something we can reach in a certain time frame. We're doing it, right?
Time frame set by us or just
that you can set it.
Okay.
Because again, we talking about goals for the year.
Okay.
You know you can get done through the year.
Okay. Okay.
This is extremely important.
It's just for the year, though. This is not lifetime goals.
No.
The year.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because if you start talking about lifetime goals, things still going to have to work.
Right.
Some kind of order steps over a certain period.
Okay.
We're doing it. So, you know, those that you have to remember that, because like I said, you know, that time frame is very important. Because like I said, if it can be done in a week, 6 months, a year, or whatever, we want to be able to know that we can set that down in some kind of time frame. Okay. The next part, which is where we start implementing everything. This is super important, guys. It's super important. At any time, anybody, if y'all got any questions, please let me know if you need me to repeat anything. But you know, the video would always be on Mr. Short on YouTube. This is the implementation stage.
Okay.
We start making these goals happen. We got our list. We made sure they was attainable, and we made sure they were something we could do incremental.
Okay.
You know, a certain period of time. Now we can start implementing everything. We go to step one. Well, step one is for each goal you wrote down, you have to figure out what tasks you need to make it happen.
Okay.
And you need to be as detailed as possible.
Okay.
So just like we talked about the weight loss, you know that you got to change your diet, you got to work out. For you to have, you know, $10,000 at the end of the year, you know you got to save some money, you got to make some money, you got to place the money somewhere. You know, just write out, you know, again, structurally what you probably know. We don't have to actually design it, but you need to write down what's going to be needed to make it happen.
Okay.
I'm using weight loss as the main example because again, that's probably one of the most common things that people do. But again, you're just writing it down. Like I said, weight loss, you probably, you know, like I said, join a gym, diet changing, order getting more certain groceries in and stuff like that. And getting that in place. That's step one. Step two, list those tasks on a timetable. Okay? What I mean by list those tasks on a timetable, list those tasks, and that's something I can do in 3 months, I can do that in 1 month, I can do that in a week. I may be take me six months to do it. Okay? Look at it. And you can be very honest about your ability and your availability. What I mean by your ability is that you know you can seriously put the effort in to make it happen, and your availability means that you know that you'll be in a situation where you can do that.
Okay.
The ability wise, like, okay, you know you out of shape and you ain't worked out in 20 years, you know that, like, look, I can't just go into, like, you know, boxers can have 2 fights a year, and they can take 2 or 3 months off letting the body heal, but the body is in such good shape. They might not be in fighting shape, but they're still in super shape, so they can just get it back in. Whereas if you know you haven't been doing any working out, you haven't got the body there, your body's not there, so it's going to take you a while to get back. And the other side with the availability, if you know that you work long hours, you only can work out at nighttime. Or if your job dictates that you're only going to be free 3 days a week to go work, those kind of things I want you to look at. Okay? This, you know, put down that time frame, look at, you know, that how long you feel it'll take, but be realistic about your availability. You know, same thing, like we looking at that business. You know how long it's going to take you to, you know, set your marketing plan, get your website and all that kind of stuff. You know, be realistic about it. You especially know you're working a job. Try to kill yourself and set these crazy goals when you know you're going to start taking up a lot of your time, i.e. kids, i.e. job, i.e. church, and then you trying to fix your business in it, and you get enough chance to develop that. There's nothing wrong with something that you want to happen right now, taking you 6 months to do. Because we want to do it right, and we want to do it, right?
Right. And I think that's where a lot of us give up. So we think it's taking too long.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? We write that goal down, and in our mind, we think it should only take 30 days.
Mm-hmm.
But it's taking us 6 months to get it done. And that's where we give up. That's where the ball drops at, right there.
Yeah. The thing about it, man, when we set these goals, we went through that list and make sure we can do it. We want to make sure this stuff happens.
Mm-hmm.
And like I said, that key word accountability. We want to make sure we're in charge of this. We're in charge of making it happen. We got to get out of that whole narrative or that habit of just saying stuff and not making it happen at the end of the year.
Right.
You know, I'm gonna leave my job. I'm gonna start this business. You know, so many people say this shit every year. And never make it happen. The further they go, they might get an LLC. I think everybody in mama got an LLC, don't they? Everybody got an LLC.
Right.
And a cash out.
And the cash out.
So we want to actually go, phase faster. So listen, we wrote down that timetable. We got everything in there. We sat there and just wrote down. That's something I can do in a month, 6 months, or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
We're doing it. Again, we're setting goals the short dollar way.
Okay.
No step 2. Step 3 is we get everything wrote down.
Mm-hmm.
We plotting everything on that board.
Mm-hmm.
We plotting everything on get your board, you write it down. And what we want to do, guys, is keep everything separate in regards to what's going to take you a year to do, what's going to take you a quarter to do, what's going to take you a month to do, what you can get done in a week.
Okay.
We separate, we segregate them. And I think the best thing is get you some kind of blank calendar to kind of do it,
Okay.
or to have it. Cause we staging everything out, and okay, this thing is gonna take me whatever, you got some things you're trying to pay off, and if I can do it in 6 months, you can plot that out over that time. Mm-hmm. The weight loss goals, the money saving goals, getting certain things renovated or whatever we're doing, the steps of that. You plotting it down.
Okay.
And here's the deal: don't double up. If you got a whole year, use all 12 months. So something you might, instead of trying to do everything starting January, you might start some stuff in June.
Okay.
You ain't got to, and you can kind of just be smart about it.
Okay. So that's
hard and easy. Hard, you know what I'm saying? So something that is going to be kind of difficult to do. And then you got something that's easy to do. You know what I'm saying? You can do that at the same time instead of having hard, all at the same time going on. You stretch yourself out. Because again, we still talk about that damn availability and ability.
Okay.
Because like I said, some stuff gonna take a lot out of you. Plus, you're gonna have to make some possible time constraints.
Right.
You don't put out a hard tasks.
Okay.
Some stuff during the beginning of the year, some in the middle, some at the end.
Okay.
Okay. So we plotting it out on our board how we want to do this. Like I said, you need to be realistic about how you're doing this, because you can look at certain tasks and know it's gonna take a little bit more out of you than some of the others.
Okay.
So we sitting there just kind of just going through it, writing it down, looking at it like, okay, that's not gonna be something I can do overnight. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna take a couple weeks, and be conservative. Give yourself some leeway.
Okay.
Don't just I push you to do it in a week. Give yourself 2 or 3 weeks to do it.
Okay.
So if you have time over, you can jump on something else. But don't try to do
it all at once.
Hell no. If you want to lose weight for the summer, you can do that then. If you want to start, building on certain parts of the house, you may start like maybe in the end of the spring, something like just starting it. You just got to be realistic about what you're trying to do.
Okay.
Because you can overwhelm yourself and quit, which a lot of people do. So kind of keep everything a little spaced out with doing it. And like I said, you writing it down and you mapping it out. Take some time with this. Like I say, just be real with yourself when you're going over this. Like I said, I try to keep my things set up on board where it's all broke out. Over a certain period of time, how I want to get that done. So just really look at it, give it good scrutiny, just laying everything out. And that was step three. Step four, very, very, very important. Right? And kind of go to this area. If you got accountability for it. You have your partner, check out sheet, something like that, something to kind of, you're looking at just be in your space or be around you. But and you can always, even with life, we have things pop up all the time. But in 2021, 22, there are things in place. Use Google Calendar. Use some of these remind apps and stuff like that to kind of let you know at certain points. You can put all this stuff in here to remind you. If you don't have an accountability department to keep you in course or remind you to do certain things, you can get those systems in place to kind of give you a reminder. I live off my time. So pretty much, I get updates all day long. Appointment this time. You can let me know 2 or 3 hours prior to. Let me know a day before the appointment. I got all kind of stuff, the notifications going off my phone all the time to keep me into it. The calendar is blessed. It's easy to dismiss the notification at the time. But when it's guys, you ain't gonna have. That's why right now, man, with the availability of technology, you have no excuse for being sick. You have no excuse for not being on top of your stuff. You know what I'm saying? And I just want everybody to be able to take advantage of technology, take advantage of the opportunity you have, bro. So that's what I'm saying. Make sure that you have those little things in place. If you need a time to go, as the year goes by, I know things happen like, okay, you got to do a shift change. You started off working daytime, they just surprised you, saying now, you got to work at night. Your spouse had to have emergency surgery. One of your kids got in a program, you got to pick them up. So you kind of give yourself flexibility for those lifestyle changes. And you always have to understand and be honest with yourself with that. That's why we want to make sure we don't compound all this crazy stuff on us at one time. We want to make sure that we always looking at, okay, if this happened, that happened, but because it does. Right. And when you have that pop up stuff happen, you don't want the pop up stuff to shut down what you're trying to do.
So let me ask you a question on the harder thing. Should we put incidentals in there? Like on a harder task, on the harder thing that we know it's gonna take us a while to get done, and you said life happens. Should we put some incidental time in there? Like we think it's gonna take 7 months to get this done. It's a little bit hard, and then the next thing may take 12 months. We may have to stretch it out to a year and 2 months. Well, we put those incidentals in there, not just on the list, but within our mind, just in case life does happen and it slows us down. Because, like I said earlier, we get a certain amount of time in our head that we think something's supposed to be done, and if it's not done within that time, we give up on it because we think it's taking too long.
What you get my incidental when you say
like you said, like you write down on your list. You got your list, the task list, your goal set list, and one goal you say, well, okay, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do this. It's gonna take me 8 months to get it done. And if you know you may have to say, well, my wife's pregnant, they may be born within that time. Let me add 3 or 4 more months on it just in case life happens. So you won't be discouraged when the 7 month mark hit and you give up on it.
Good question. If you know this something that normally takes you 5 months to do, give yourself maybe 6 months to do it, just in case. If it's something that normally take a week, you may give yourself 10 days to do it. You don't want to get so stressed out with the incidentals. You want to give yourself enough cushion in the planning phase. Because if it's something that theoretically going to take you a year to do, we don't want to be sitting here trying to put a year long, a 2 year task in 1 year, knowing damn well we can't do it. Break that big 2 year task down in 2 years. Year one, this is what I want to accomplish, and then year two. Then if you get most of the stuff done in year one, that's short of what you got to do in year two. If you kind of fall short in year one, you can add a little bit of that stuff in year two. Okay, but definitely don't overwhelm yourself from the gate, knowing it's a bigger task. That's why it was so important whether it was step three with that step two with the timetable. We want to just sit here and plot this stuff out, man. I think that's gonna take me about a month or two. Okay. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna take a little while. We talked the other show about the real estate investment.
Right.
People get these houses and like, yeah, we can fix it and flip it.
Right.
No, man, you probably should have made that a 6-month project.
Right.
Instead of doing that because certain things are gonna take a month.
Right.
What's wrong?
Hey, Maxie, he'll answer that question for you at the end of the show. All questions about investments and grants, he will get some time at the end of the show to answer those questions. So don't think that we're ignoring you. We're just, at the end of the show, he will answer all questions that pertain to investments and grants and stuff like that. All right, thank you for tuning in.
Yeah, quick housekeeping again. Like anything that we're not talking about in with the show, we'll talk about it at the end of the show, open the flow up and everything. But right, during the show, we just pretty much stay on the subject what we're talking about in regards to goal setting for the year. But that part where I was saying having that accountability partner is super important. Definitely, like I said, Google Calendar, Apple Calendar, different notifications. You got project management timetable apps like Trello. You can sit there and have those things set up. We using those Gantt charts. You can just be able to plan out certain things.
Right.
But you got to be incremental about it. The reason why a lot of times people don't necessarily want to go this deep into it, because again, we go back to the accountability aspect. You actually really, really plan to make it happen. It's a protection mechanism in place the less we do to make our goals happen.
Okay.
Right. When you don't write it down, when you don't set plans, you just, like I said, you're leaving it as a dream. When you start putting plans in place to how to do things and writing it down, or you getting goals done.
Okay.
You really trying to make something happen. And again, a lot of times people don't want to do that because it's kind of like, I thought you were going to do this, that, man, I ain't had no time. But you really get no effort. Try to make it happen. That's really what happens, And I kind of looked at myself like when I left corporate America, or even like I did certain things. We in lab was just talking about even with the YouTube channel. Hell, I was even a damn divorce.
Right.
And I'm steady pumping out videos. I'm doing all this other kind of shit. I wanted what I wanted, and again, I wasn't as optimal. Okay. You know what I'm saying? Some days, I wasn't coming here kicking and swinging like I normally do.
Right.
But I never quit.
Right.
So again, a lot of times people will have adversity or have challenges, and they'll stop. And a lot of times they stop not because they're not legitimate challenges or issues, is because they don't have proper planning in place. Because when you're doing at a construction site, when it rains, they can't work.
Right.
But they don't stop the project.
Right.
They just have to make an adjustment.
Well,
so when it rains,
you have to take the season.
But I like to say, so if it rains this day, we're gonna be doing something else.
Right.
So if it does this one day, we got something else planned. So those are the kind of things and stuff you're like, we ain't gonna do it. No. There's something you can do.
Like that project, man.
There you go. But again, if you don't have that in place, it's easy to kind of, I'll walk away. We couldn't do it and stuff like that. But now, you really, 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 really want to make your stuff happen. You're going to put the effort to come in between, make it happen. So that accountability is crucial.
Okay.
If you really damn want it, you don't even need nobody reminding you. But again, everybody got different levels. Know yourself.
Right.
Know yourself. Again, if you can't find that person, there's no software and apps out there where you can put reminders in place. Okay. To help you out. So I really want you to push you guys. That's super, super important with that. Okay. Step 5. This is what I want you guys to do. We got everything wrote out. We got accountability stuff, and we're going in the process of doing everything, right? Step 5 is more so the tracking aspect of everything. Okay. We sit down, and this is what I normally do, and this is kind of what I started with last. I pretty much have a whole goal board that in my office. These are my 2021 goals on one side. And then I have another section of this big gigantic board that says December 2021 goals. Okay. And that changes each month. Okay. And then on my desk, I got my weekly planner. Okay. What I'm supposed to be doing each week. And every Sunday, guys, I adjust my weekly planner. Okay. To do it. Because my weekly planner should be going to the task. If I say that I gotta push out 20 videos for the month of December. I know that I need to do 5 videos a week.
Okay.
So I'm already saying that on Sunday, write 5 videos.
Mm-hmm.
So I can maybe do 2 on Monday, 2 on Tuesday, 1 on Wednesday, however break it out. But I'm writing this down. I got to make sure that I actually done did, this 3 or 4 tax returns. If we got anything sitting in the queue, knock out this day, knock out that. I'm doing it on a weekly basis.
Okay.
So if I'm doing it on a weekly basis, and I got a monthly goal to do 20 tax returns, and I'm pushing that through from things from the queue, a new client, getting that done, that should go back to the summation of a couple thousand tax clients.
Mm-hmm.
So many books read,
Mm-hmm.
so much in pounds lost, so many, all that should go back to the summation.
Okay.
And I think if you can actually have that in place, that's what I usually do.
Mm-hmm.
And I've been doing that for years.
Okay.
Just, I know people, my buddies gonna come by the house and they see all this stuff I got wrote down, they start itching. But that's how I get make. That's how I make a lot of stuff happen.
Okay.
Because it's something about having shit in your face all the time that will bother you, knowing it.
You gotta say,
Yeah. When you sit down at your desk, you see this in your face, and you look up at that board. It's that you checking yourself.
mm-hmm.
If you ain't got to deal with it, you can always, you don't. But if it's in your face,
Mm-hmm.
you know it's something that you don't set for yourself, and it's on you.
Okay.
You know what I mean? You ain't. Oh man, see that old man memory. I forgot about it.
Mm.
I ain't got to damn forget. It was right here, and there. So you have to have those kind of things in your place to do this, right?
Uh-huh.
And that's pretty much the way I live, and I've been doing that, and it's been working great for me. I don't expect people to. I'm former military, I'm still Sarge, so I don't expect everybody to move the way I move, especially in Michigan, if you haven't been doing that.
Right.
But you got to have some kind of system set in place with reminders to kind of be helping you do everything.
Mm-hmm.
We're staying in check with everything. But when we go into step 5, this is straight review.
Okay.
Well, we sitting there, we got things set in place where we're looking at, okay, I set these goals,
Mm-hmm.
broke down over that time frame of the year. Where am I at with everything? Where am I at with everything? Have I really been making it happen? I've been doing the things on those weekly, monthly, quarterly, yearly basis to make stuff happen.
Okay.
And check yourself.
Okay.
And check yourself. You know what I'm saying? What's wrong, lad?
Can I move stuff from last month to this month if I didn't get to it?
Absolutely, you can.
Okay.
That's the whole point of looking at it.
Okay.
What you did, what you didn't do. There could be a legitimate reason why you did.
Okay.
You had to work more at the office. Like you just said, the incidental, what you brought the incidental.
Okay.
But you got to look at it to understand you got to make some adjustments to it, right?
Right.
I mean, you myself, for example, I had to make adjustments for the tax course.
Okay. Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
I get. Okay. Yeah.
But I didn't stop.
Right.
But I had the things that I wanted to do solid over a week.
Mm-hmm.
Shit, I might do just one day a week. I had time to do this.
Okay.
Well, I was like, man, I allocate 3 or 4 days to do it. Stuff happened, I couldn't.
Mm-hmm.
I had to just stop.
Okay.
You feel me? So that was one of the things. Just looking at it, like things ain't always gonna go smooth the way you wanted to go and everything. That was one of the big things for myself. Like, damn, man, this just ain't working. I don't quit, but you got to go back and self-check yourself, review, analyze why. It could be situational.
Mm-hmm.
It could be you.
Right.
So we're looking at that, reviewing it, why it didn't happen. Like I said earlier, guys, October and November are my review months.
Mm-hmm.
Where I kind of go back and look at, these are the goals I set. Where am I at with it? Some we smashed, some I didn't. I didn't make my weight loss goals. I didn't make my book reading goals.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't make my book writing goals. And just stuff off the top of my head. We got a client. I made my client goals. We smashed the YouTube viewer goals for Mr. Short Dollar, not changing lives.
Right.
The goal for changing lives was 5,000. Okay. And we're still, we were still at 3. We have had a nominal growth in changing lives. My debt to income ratio stuff that worked. My debt utilization goal that worked.
Mm-hmm.
My net worth goals, yeah, that I did that. Just that was just really that's what I did. I just got lucky from a real estate investments I had over years just increased in value. Just that was just damn luck. Yeah, that can just change overnight.
True.
So those there were several reasons. But I usually set about 20 goals each year.
Okay. So let me ask you a question.
Mm-hmm.
Just from my understanding. So when you set goals for the year, you don't suggest go overboard. You suggest a nice round number that's attainable, right? Like you should have set 100 goals for the year. I mean, not saying they couldn't do it, but doesn't that seem like it's excessive enough?
Well, again, we do that checklist of incremental and attainable.
Uh-huh.
I mean, there's so much shit you can put in a calendar.
We all think that we can do it all. We think that everything we put on this is attainable.
Fair enough question. Like,
Right.
I would say your first time doing it, no more than 5.
Okay.
Maybe second time doing it, maybe you want to increase it to 10.
Okay.
Now, I'm about to tell you, out of 20 or 25 goals, I probably have made 11.
Okay.
And, okay, I made 11.
Mm-hmm.
I made the goal. Now, there are probably 6 or 7 I put a good dent in.
Okay.
And then, it's probably like about 5 of them I ain't did shit.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like, we got to roll that over.
Okay.
You feel me?
But you know it already.
Yeah. That's what October, November, those are assessment months.
Okay.
Where you kind of like getting what you want to, planning for. I'm big on planning, guys. I'm big on planning and trying to set everything in place. But yeah, that October, November is kind of like what you're using that for, to do it. Kind of like, I kind of put that in the same frame when when we work with clients and organizations regarding drafting their budgets. You want to get ready. We get ready for the end of the year, next fiscal period starting, or next calendar year. You're starting off, starting back over and start, prepping for it October, November. You know what I'm saying? So that's how that goes. But definitely, you make sure that you're looking over everything, and look what you accomplished. Look what you did. What you didn't do. Why? Ask that question. Why? Be real with yourself. But like I said, just some things I ain't get to. That book reading goal, I got to get better with it. I got to read more. Yeah, I got to read more. My book that I plan on writing, like I said, the course was I underestimated. I really underestimated, and I probably overanalyzed a lot. So the course, my course, could I have done it quicker? I think I did pretty good for my first course.
For your first course.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now, next time, since I know the system, I can do it more faster.
Mm-hmm.
But definitely wasn't planning to be doing it. Now I got my system together.
But
I know
that's a part of the goal, though.
Yeah.
You gotta do it to learn it, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
So that I did my travel goal.
Mm-hmm.
So I went out and traveled this year
Mm-hmm.
and did that. You know what I'm saying? Got that out of the way. There are a few things. I didn't go to any of the conventions that I planned on going to. I didn't do none of that. Those are the ones like I just didn't even touch. But for the most part, like both of the boys qualified for the Junior Olympics. Most I just say I did pretty good. Like I did pretty good. And like I said, it was good. One little chunk of somewhere I put a dent in. Didn't make it all the way, but I said I can finish all those up for the first quarter 22.
Okay.
So going by that little plan. But guys, one key thing with all the stuff that I'm telling you in regards to things you need to do, you need to do one key thing, and that's discipline. You gotta be disciplined. You gotta be disciplined. And as difficult as it is to be disciplined, I mean, shit. If it was easy, everybody get it.
Right. And I'm guilty of that.
Yeah.
Now like I said, I write stuff down, but it's easy for me to say, man, I don't feel like doing this. Lord, man, I'll get to that next one. Just put it off. Not because it's difficult or it's unattainable. It's just being lazy. You don't feel like doing it most of the time.
Well, I half what I think personally people just don't know how to do it. Now that's why I say, what's my word, intentional ignorance.
Okay.
We stay down to it on purpose.
Okay.
Because we know once we've been exposed and we've been taught,
Mm-hmm.
but I taught you how to do it, showed you how to do it.
Right.
People don't want to hear that, so they'll avoid certain conversations and stay ignorant to it on purpose, but on purpose. But we learned in the military, man, there is no excuse for ignorance. Well, why the hell you didn't know?
Right.
We start getting them kind of responses. Why the hell you didn't check? Why the hell you didn't ask? Exactly.
Right.
And we get those kind of responses like, okay, maybe got nothing to say.
Right.
So I think a lot of times people just don't want to know what's going on. That's a key factor. And then other times people just won't put the effort in. On TikTok, I make all these videos. Go to Mr. Short on YouTube. What a link. What is this? What is that? Go to Mr. Short on YouTube. Look for the video that talks about that.
Right.
You can't make direct links on the on TikTok.
Okay.
So I'm sending to it, and you'll see it later.
Mm-hmm.
So you got to spend a little sweat equity. Little effort. Yeah, just going and looking and stuff. Why are you doing it? Why I gotta do that? Shit, man, look. Man, come on, effort. Man. Yeah. Damn, right. Man, they want me to actually have a business for real.
It's a business grant.
What you want,
Right.
And I can't make this shit up, you know what I'm saying? It's just, that's one of the biggest things. You just like, man, people just ain't. Hey man, look. I'm an accountant, ain't no damn magician.
Right.
Shit, so you really want to, you got to put some effort behind it.
Right.
And we had the Amber Grant, which is a worldwide grant for female entrepreneurs. Mm-hmm. They actually award that grant every damn month. Every month they award that grant. Okay. So it's what we call like a rolling grant. But they charge a $15 application fee. Okay. And pretty much that covers like admin costs or whatever, right? And I get so many people asking, why the hell you gotta pay $15 and thinking this is what blows my damn mind. And we start talking about just being realistic or making goals and putting their equity. It's crazy. You would think it's a scam to pay a $15 application fee to get a $10,000 grant. Right. But you don't think it's crazy here that a complete stranger give you $10,000 for free?
Just send me your cash app.
No, I'm just saying they're gonna give you. I mean, right? If you can conceptualize that this company is gonna give you a $10,000 grant for free, right? Which most grants do that, right? But you would think it's crazy that somebody would want a $15 application fee, right, to do the same thing, right?
They think they'll take $15 and deny the grant, I guess.
Yeah, but damn, if they do, what the hell you done lost? Right. Huh? You ain't ready for no damn $10,000. Right. You ain't ready for no $10,000. You ain't ready for $100. Right. You'll pay a $15 application fee to get that $100, right? Mm-hmm. Pay to get $50. Right. Huh? Right. And it just blows my damn mind.
They don't put forth that effort. That's what it is.
No kind of sacrifice. Mm-hmm. And we start talking about making these goals. We gotta have a sweat equity. We gotta have a sacrifice. You gotta be willing to. So I'm laying on TikTok campus. You gotta be willing to do some of the things. Mm-hmm. Everybody want to do that shit. And that's why everybody ain't getting that shit results. No grants. Yeah. You ain't getting loan funding, you ain't getting none of this stuff. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? You just doing just enough. You just doing just enough. And when you do just enough, you're gonna get what just enough is worth. Mm-hmm. So in order for you to make 2022 a better year than 2021 in regards to what you're trying to do and stuff like that, you got to be mentally prepared to actually own those goals that you set for yourself. Okay. You know what I'm saying? Uh-huh. And once you say, okay, I'm going to make this happen, no matter what setback, the colds, the flus, the sickness, the divorce, whatever, you still going to make it happen, regardless. I went through so much shit in 2020. Mm-hmm. Went through so much stuff, so many setbacks, the divorce, COVID. One of my kids' whole senior year was just destroyed. Right. Then also got to get him military college, just everything. And everything. And the cool thing about it, everything worked. Right. Because I stay on top of it. Yeah, stay on top of it. No, me ain't had no moments, don't mean I had no challenges. But at the end of the day, this is the same system that I've been using for over 20 years, and it's been working for me. Like I said, all that shit happened. Oh, I said, man, you a business owner, do a 22. You can be a business owner anytime.
Right.
And again, the system stayed the same. I just followed the blueprint.
That's it.
Follow the blueprint. You follow the blueprint, everything else be cool.
Mm-hmm.
All that, oh man, I had to do this and I had to quit. I ain't no damn quitting over there.
And everybody's system is their own system.
There you go.
They got to come up with their own system. Now, you're not gonna give them the system too. They got to come up with their own system because they're the only ones who know what they're capable of doing in a month or in a day or within a 2 or 3 hour period. They don't want to know what they're capable of doing, so they have to come up with their own system.
Yeah.
But they have to be realistic.
Totally gotta be realistic.
Right.
If you're not realistic about what you can and can't do, your availability, your individual capacity, especially from experience and knowledge standpoint, you get your feelings hurt.
Right.
You'll get your feelings hurt. That's what happens all these times. These people getting here want to do Bitcoin. They want to do investing. What's the hype thing there? Everybody want box trucks, Bitcoin, real estate, all kind of shit that you know they're going to take time, and some kind of investment of you. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That being the time for just the effort we're doing it, it'd be sad, man.
Right.
If we do a poll right now of everybody got money, with their PPP loans and they disaster money, man, you probably have folk damn crying. You have folk crying. That shit went straight to the dealership and furniture stores.
Right.
Or they can go on cruises. It's out Vegas. Vegas got everybody.
Vegas.
You wanna know? That what the government need to check. Wanna know what the PPP money, disaster money?
Vegas.
That shit in Vegas. That shit in Vegas, man.
Right.
So again, we just again from a strategic standpoint, I just want to share my system. Like I said, I've been doing this for years, and it's worked for me greatly. And again, the system has withstood all the other stuff. So, guys, I hope this will be able to assist you guys. Right now, that was my goal setting show for how to make your goals happen in 2022. The blueprint to short dollar way. So right now, I'm going to open the floor with any questions. I guess somebody has some questions on there.
Maxie was asking what should she invest in right now.
Herself.
Okay.
Herself. I mean, at the end of the day, that's a general question. Because at the end of the day, you're going to have, risk tolerance, cash availability, experience, or whatever. Invest in yourself. Know what kind of person you are. If you got a lot of time to invest, you got a lot of money to invest, you got nerves to put certain things in. Invest in yourself. And I mean by invest in yourself, just try to gather as much information as possible. Processing in terms of knowing how you are. If you know you're a risk averse person, you don't really like dealing with a lot of risk, but you want to have some kind of guarantee, you want to get low, just maybe some lower risk products, stocks or bonds, stuff like that. But I'm never gonna be the type of person to tell people, just try this and go buy this particular product and not taking into consideration all the constraints you got. And I talked to a gentleman earlier that called the office. I'm like, look, man, everybody got different things that come to the table with. Some folks got money, some folks got experience, some folks got good credit, some folks ain't got a damn thing. Right. You gotta be realistic with what you bring to the table, what you can afford to lose, what you can afford to deal without. And I just think a lot of people just really don't want to do this. So invest in yourself. Try to gather as much information possible what's out there and what's out there as far as options to you. Okay. Anything else?
That's it so far.
Come on now, let me scroll to TikTok.
Your mama said, hey.
Hey everybody on TikTok. My girlfriend owned a parakeet. Oh my God, that thing would never shut up, but the bird was cool. Hey. I can't make the shit up, man.
Right.
I can't make it. Peace King, I appreciate you tuning in. I appreciate it. Everybody came in. Man, I tell you, boy. That TikTok fool with it, man. That's what I got said the other week. I just like this mother.
Yeah, he just kept saying,
boy. Nah, man. I've had a blast tonight. But again, I hope you guys enjoyed. If you came in late in the show, again, we talked about, how to make, set your goals for 2022 and how to implement them. draft them, implement them, and also track them during the year. Go back to the video later on if you came in the middle of the show. And again, it's the same show I have every year near the end of the year. And I give you my straight blueprint how to do it the short dollar way. So I hope the show informs you. Nobody else had anything? What's up, Mama? I talked to Mama before I came, so I appreciate you tuning in, Mama. I appreciate everybody tuned in. I hope you guys enjoyed the show. But make sure, guys, when we set these goals, Lab brought up a great point. Make sure you give yourself enough cushion to make adjustments in life. When we start doing, especially from that setting down on a time frame we're doing it, give yourself enough time to be doing that, okay? But listen, guys, what next show? We got one more change live. I mean, for a short off for the month, but change lives before Christmas.
Change lives gonna be on the 23rd. Short dollar gonna be on the 30th.
Okay. So we got, I ain't gonna see y'all before Christmas. So everybody enjoy your holiday. Enjoy your Christmas
before Christmas.
We should change lives.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, just if you don't get to tune in, it's short dollar. But guys, listen. Again, make sure you're join the email list if you haven't already. Look at the course for the basically the blueprint, guys. Also, listen, I just forget to tell you guys on the videos, man. We got a link to the short dollar show. You see this shirt right here? I got a whole all different kind of colors and everything. I think right now I'm about sure, guys. If you want, you got your blue thing, whatever you want her to wear, one of these Mr. Short Dollar T-shirts, down in pajamas. Get your old lady a big old XXX shirt. Say, baby, this is what I want you to sleep in that night. Mr. Short Dollar.
Right.
Huh?
Right.
Right. Make her feel like $1 million. But
you can't do nothing else.
Yeah, there you go. But definitely got to go by the store, and we got all the Mr. Short Dollar apparel. Got to change a lot of different shows there for that. So the link is in the YouTube video. Please go by the YouTube channel, subscribe. Make sure you get the bell to get notifications on the email list so we can be updated all the great information we have. Again, if I'll talk to you before Christmas, you're going to see them a video posted before then. Have a happy, safe, and Merry Christmas. I love you guys. Thanks for all the love and support that you've given us and stuff like that. And I'll talk to you soon. Take care.